Kbopping's daily K-pop news summary of April 26, 2022. Group ENHYPEN proved its hot local popularity by decorating the cover model of Japanese fashion magazines one after another. Japanese fashion magazine Numero Tokyo released a cover photo of ENHYPEN's June edition, which will be published on the 27th, on its official SNS on the morning of the 25th. An interview with ENHYPEN was also released. Prior to the release of the cover, Numero Tokyo announced on its official SNS on the 28th of last month that ENHYPEN will appear on the cover of the June issue. They expressed their love for their fans, saying, "I want to be a group that can make the world happy, and I feel the love of our fans when I receive applause." ENHYPEN, which proved its popularity as a cover model for Japanese fashion magazines, will continue its popularity with Japan's second single, Dimension, Senku, which will be released on the 3rd of next month. ATEEZ's 2022 World Tour, the FELOWSHIP, Beginning of the End, which was held at Palacio Vistalegre in Madrid, Spain, for 2 days from the 23rd to the 24th, local time, opened the European Arena Tour. ATEEZ practiced Spanish such as, hola, vamos, gracias, to communicate with local fans, and sang the popular song, Despacito. In addition, Maddox, a family member of the same agency, was invited as a special guest on the European tour, bringing colorfulness to the performance. Fans who have been waiting for ATEEZ's visit for a long time not only sang in perfect Korean while watching the music video playing in the venue even before the performance began, but also proved their popularity in Europe. As such, ATEEZ has successfully performed its first European arena tour, raising expectations for the remaining performances in London, France, Berlin, Germany, and Amsterdam, the Netherlands. ATEEZ will perform at OVO Arena Wembley in London from the 30th to May 1, local time. The group ASTRO is back with a full-length album. The released contents include May 16, the release date of the album, and the name of the third full-length album, Drive to the Starry Road. Drive to the Starry Road is ASTRO's first group album of the year and its first full-length album in about a year since All Yours, released in April last year. It adds to the curiosity of what kind of music will be presented by those who achieved their best performances with All Yours, and their 8th mini-album, Switch On, last year. ASTRO continues to be active not only in album activities but also in dramas, musicals, and advertisements, taking advantage of each member's strengths. Meanwhile, ASTRO will release its new album, Drive to the Starry Road, on May 16 and hold its solo concert, the third Astrode to Seoul, on May 28 and 29. PSY released the highlight medley video of its 9th full-length album, Ninth Album, which will be released on the 29th on its official SNS on the 25th. The released video contains some of the 11 songs out of a total of 12 songs, starting with 9 intro. High completeness is expected only with a part of the sound source, raising expectations for the complete song. Interest continues to grow on what kind of title song will focus on well-made, 9th album. Ninth Album contains a total of 12 songs that resonate with the heart, from PSY's cheerful dance songs to warm sentimental songs, just like the album name meaning, PSY's colorful 9th album. Pre-orders for 9th Album also began on the same day. PSY also prepares his 9th full-length album as an artist for the first time in 5 years, providing more colorful enjoyment. Meanwhile, PSY will release his 9th full-length album, 9th Album, at 6 p.m. on the 29th. And hold a solo comeback show through Naver Now. The group ONEUS opened a scheduler image of its 7th mini-album, Trickster, on its official SNS at midnight today, 25th. According to the scheduler, ONEUS will release album tracklists including solo, unit, and group concept photos sequentially, starting with visual teasers. Expectations for the comeback are soaring as it is expected to continue to showcase a variety of teaser contents, including story films, music video teasers, and highlight medley. The trump card design scheduler, which is connected to the concept of the new album, has NOK, NOQ, and NO-J symbols, hearts, and space patterns, which have greatly exploded the curiosity. ONEUS will make a comeback with its new album, Trickster, on May 17. It plans to capture both domestic and foreign countries with more developed musical capabilities and ONEUS' own storytelling. ONEUS will make a surprise comeback with its 7th mini-album, Trickster, on the 17th of next month.